欢迎大家回来，回来。今天是一百50一天，right？第150是一天。Welcome back, folks. It is day 151, and I'm just reading this comment that Walter left for me. If I ever think about becoming a online alarm dispatcher, be prepared for winter combined with a lot of fire alarms. I totally get that because of the wood and the smoke. Lots of false fire alarms. Dang. Oh well, he's off. He's off to bed. Anyways, welcome back, folks. It is okay. It is time. New vocab day. Got a little bit of a later start than anticipated, so get right into it. We're talking about feelings today. Our feelers. 觉得 is our only feeling kind of thing. Happy. Not too many feelings. So we'll see. We'll see. But before we do that, let's do our recall here. So unit 42. Unit 42 was not get around a building. Get around town? No, not town. Describe people is definitely one of them. Let's go look. Oh, it is travel needs. Oh, that travel needs. And then we talk about people. Okay, so this one's very big, although it's very convenient as well. So we're talking about travel needs, and it extends further, right? It extends further, where when you get to travel, you need something. And what more poetic than needing to learn a language, right? Before you travel. So that's kind of where they went with it. So let's start with that. Oh. Gun, Noli, Noli. Noli, Noli. Sorry. So a little bit drainage. Xie,多, right? 学很多 yeah. 学很多 yeah. 很多种语言种是right 种语言 边很久很久很久很久2个年后来发现后来发现对发现maybe 汉语 again 汉语 right 汉语和汉字yes 汉语和汉字水平 This keeps going 水平水平提高提高考试考得容易考得好哎how do we do this 考试 yeah 考试是考容易考得 I'm not entirely sure if I can say this sentiment this way. We'll find out in the future. Right. Something's a little bit off with the I think it's 1 and 2. Yeah, no, that's fine. The 容易okay. 离开家，去游泳啊，旅游，旅游，旅游，旅游，旅游，需要需要不不忘记不忘记要不忘记忘记we have a mod here too. 几乎需要几乎不几乎忘记忘记我的你的 maybe 你的护照Is there an extra stroke? I'm gonna have to double check that. 护照和签签证正式正 What the heck? I usually get the right one over the left. It'll come back to me. Well, keep that on the back burner. And 行李 Gotta keep going. 行李去进安全检查安全检查 啊。Oh, wait. 检查海关海关在机场，哎，机场机场等等等飞机飞机飞机起飞起飞。this thing come to me. 天降what? Something to do with writing. Was there writing in it? Is there a picture in it? This is gonna bug me. 天降 Oh, I know. No, it has neither. It has none of them, actually. It's actually kind of tough. Oh, I did notice that radical in the Japanese today. Very, very unrelated. I think we have everything. It's fine. Let's keep moving. Unit 41. These units are pretty big. Talking about people, right? Okay. Start with school. School. And this character is everywhere in the Japanese. At the moment. Chujang. Chujang. Chujong. Not Chujang. Chujong. 小写 as opposed to chugaku and shogaku, right? I don't know what happened to middle school. Middle school just decided, nah, we're gonna be different. Elementary school turned out to be relatable. 年级 I think 年级 and then no. 眼镜，眼镜。戴了，个子，个子，强，and 长大，长大，幼小。左小，左小，鞋子，鞋子，和吃饭，吃饭，吃饭，一个人，一直，一直，自己，自己，一半，一半，一半。Okay. 先 right 先然后最后聊天聊天去 bake tamago 聊天地址迷迷路 Which one is this? I think it's yes. Box? Oh, is it box? We'll go with the box. What else could it be? We'll go with the box. 迷路。周围，周围，周围。完，完后，完后早，哎，早，还是不，阿美跑，还是跑。Oh wait, did I mess that up too? No, I didn't mess it up. At least I don't think. Oops. Yeah, no, I didn't mess that up. 跑是哈鲁古。跑。Oh, maybe not. Oh no, I'm writing boo. Oh, I think I screwed up the last couple. It's Pao, not Boo. I was writing Boo because of Ashiru or Haruku, but it's actually Pao. Pao is interestingly enough involved in sampo. In sampo. Yeah, so this was a correction. I did this the last like 3 days, the last 2 days maybe. Ow. 前 right 前右左 so 北边 right 北边南边西边 and 东边 right 东边还有什么还有什么Sorry, had to clear my throat there. I think that's fine. Yeah, we're good. I don't have to. We're good. Let's hop right into our new unit. Express feelings. Let's go. Ooh, there's a box. He cried sadly. It's kind of interesting because I got a sadly example in Japanese in the feeling section as well. Or kanashi. Kanashi soul. Okay, 明天有考试。我很 nervous. 我很 nervous. I don't recognize either of those. One looks like Chang or Zhang. Zhang or Chang. It looks related. And then the other one maybe So 西长 maybe 西长。
明天有考试，我很紧张。
Oh, 紧张. Oh, so they went with 江. Okay. So that one is definitely 长 and 江. And then what was it?
明天有考试，我很紧张。
紧张. Okay, 紧张. So it has a 紧张. Interesting. 紧张 nervous. 别紧张。我会帮你。Okay, fair enough. 你现在最想谁 kind of looks like 谁 because whom do you miss? So 谁你现在最想谁？
你现在最想谁？
最想谁 ？Whom do you miss the most now? Fair enough. 为什么他在哭 ？It's probably 哭。
为什么他在哭
Yeah, 哭。I'm familiar with the word cry, or at least from sound. Wow, 哭 looks interesting. I think there's a stroke stuck in there, so it kind of actually looks like a face crying. It actually looks like a tear coming off of a face, which is very helpful. 他的妹妹yes, 他的妹妹看起来 oh, looks like 看起来很难过 Interesting 很难过
他的妹妹看起来很难过。
So 难过 is upset. Interesting. 很难过 Okay. 你和到 Oh no, 你知道 sorry, not 和你知道他们为什么？你知道他们为什么在dang it. 七吗 Oh, 七 is angry?
你知道他们为什么生气吗？
生气吗 Oh, sorry. 生 Oh, no, yeah. 生 I totally skipped over this. 生气 Angry. 生气 Wow. 生气吗 Didn't know. I rarely know a lot of like nervous and angry, like negative modifiers. I don't usually express negativity too much. He cried sadly. In English, we might say you speak slowly or quickly. Walk to describe how someone does something. In Chinese, duh, yeah. Oh, that duh. Really? Oh, really? That becomes duh. I see. Be sure to say duh after the adjective, but before the verb. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. 他高兴的笑了。She smiled happily. Interesting. Okay. 高兴的 so happily. She smiled happily.
他高兴地笑了。
高兴的笑了。 wrong tone on 笑 the first time. 他难过的哭了，他难过的哭了，
他难过的哭了，
他难过的哭了，难过 sadly 难过，对，难过的哭了。我的朋友生气的离开了，生气 angrily 生气的离开了，
我的朋友生气的离开了，
生气的离开了。All right, cool, neat. Very neat. We finally got a short unit, so we'll see.
紧
Let's get our opinion game back in. I don't reckon that's not two straight lines. Maybe it's a straight and a curl. Maybe.
紧
Jing. Okay, Jing. That is deceptively like something else, but it's not. That's a lot of guessing. Let's just hear it.
蓝
Lan. Oh. It's still Lan. Oh, no. Maybe it is exactly the same. It looks a little different. Lan, as in like blue. Lan. Or Lan as in basket. Lan. This one is P.
皮
Oh, no left radical this time. So we have Jin. The closest thing is Itsu, right? Qi.
齐
Okay. Sure, Qi. And 怪
怪
怪
怪
怪怪怪
紧
Alright.
齐
Qi. Sure.
奇怪
Right. Oh, 奇怪. Oh, weird. At least that's what I remember. 奇怪. If they're combining them, 奇怪 sounds like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, 你是这个是奇怪. I don't know. I might be making that up, but my instinct tells me 奇怪 means weird. It could mean how you're feeling, though. I don't know.
香
香香香对香
怪
怪 Wait. Do we have two guys? Wait. Right?
奇
This is Dan
蛋
in like G Dan in eggs.
紧
Jing. Okay. Upset. Okay. Yeah, 难过
难过，
别难过，
别难过 Don't be upset. Oof. That doesn't work out when you say 别难过. Not in but in English. Maybe it works in Chinese. I don't know.
别紧张，我会帮你。
别紧张 Yeah, 紧张 Right. Nervous. Jiang was not introduced. Is that a repeat? Jiang. I feel like that's a repeat. Where have I used Jiang before? In that capacity. Counter. I think that's a counter for flat stuff. Yeah. 别紧张，我会帮你。
他的妹妹看起来很难过。
他的妹妹看起来很难过，看起来 looks like basically looks like, in my opinion, looks works as opposed to like she appears or is upset. She looks like she's upset. At least in my opinion. I always felt like it meant 看起来, like she seems like a semblance of being upset, not stating that she is literally upset, like you know for a fact that she's upset. To me, that's a really strong distinction, and in Japanese, it's also a very strong distinction too. To not infer, but more like appear, like not to say that you can deterministically determine and project onto someone else's feelings, right? I don't know. I might be reading a little too into it.
他今天看起来很奇怪。
很奇怪 Weird, right? Strange. Yes. 奇怪 Wow. Nice. 他今天看起来很奇怪 Nice. 看起来很奇怪。
奇怪，为什么没有人在家？
奇怪，为什么没有人在家？
没有人在家。
Weird. Why is nobody home?
看，那个人的帽子很奇怪。
看，那个人的帽子很奇怪。Look, that person's cat is weird. It's strange. Look, that person's oh no, not 帽子, sorry. Hat, 帽子. That person's hat is strange. I immediately like snapped to, oh, they're talking about someone's weird cat. Oh man. 帽子, hat. Not cat.
你知道他们为什么生气吗？
生气 Yeah. 生气 Angry, right? 你知道他们为什么生气吗？Angry. Okay, how do you say 别紧张别紧张我帮你
别紧张，
我会帮你
你
Yeah, 我会帮你 Will help. My bad. Do you know why they are angry, right?
他们
Whoops. 你知道为什么他们生气吗？
生气吗？
Okay.
明天
明天我有 有考试。明天我有考试。Maybe is 明天有考试。
考试
考试哦 do wrong tone。明天有考试考试。
紧张
我
烦
很紧张。
紧张
Or does it have to be in the front? I want to test this out. Let's see. Oh, okay. It was awkward placing it here, so I didn't know if we were gonna place it there.
Duh.
Which they did. Duh. Alright, duh. Even though that's also D. So D and duh. So that's kind of interesting. But this is a different read, right? That's D. Unless there's something different about that character. But I'm pretty sure that's D as well. I totally don't remember.
紧
Oh, 景
哭的奇怪
奇怪
的
Yeah, that is D as well. D and the
哭
哭
的景
景
坏哭
奇
哭
Literally a face crying.
他高兴的笑了。
他高兴的笑了。Okay.
为什么他在哭？
为什么他在哭？
他难过的哭了。
他难过了，哭了。
他
难过的
难过地。
D. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, they have the swapping problem again. 他难过的哭了。
哭了。他难过的哭了。
They have the D and the
我的朋友生气的离开了。
我的朋友生气的离开了。生气。
你现在最想谁？
你现在最想谁？想谁？想谁？ I really dislike this stuff. This stuff is like that's not true. Like you can say what did you miss now the most versus what did you miss the most now. That is gonna go in a list of like 6 other things. There's at least 6 other instances of this. This would be the 6th instance. I even swapped it to test if they were gonna accept this. Because that now can be in actually that now could even be in the beginning. Now whom do you miss the most? So
我非常想我的哥哥，我想哭。
Former protests.
我非常想我的哥哥，我想哭。我
非常
想
我的哥哥。
我的哥哥，我非常想我的哥哥，我想哭。
我想哭，
我想哭，我非常想我的哥哥，我想哭。
Are the xiang still the same? They did this because it's actually 2 xiang meaning. So they're trying to show both meanings at the same time. 我非常想我的哥哥. So you're like, you miss your older brother, And then 我想哭 I want to cry. So it's a different type of wanting.
我没有见父母1年了，我想他们。
我没有见父母1年了，我想他们 Yeah, okay. I have not seen parents in a year. For a year? In a year? For a year. I miss them. Okay.
这个电影很可怕。
可怕 Scary? 可怕 Yeah. 这个电影很可怕。可怕 Can possibly scared. 可怕
可怕，这个地方太可怕了。
这个地方太可怕了。
可怕。检查。
忘记。年轻。
I forgot 年轻 and 老人，年轻人 in my recall. It's fine.
护照。
护照。
你现在最想谁？
你现在最想谁？And you know what? I kind of want to test this too. Now, whom do you miss the most? They accept that? Alright, I'm a little disappointed. Formal protests. They accepted now, whom do you miss the most? So, alright.
You.
Interesting. You. What could that be? Formal protests. 怪 Whoops.
哭。
玉。
奇。景。玉。不好笑。
不好笑。不好笑 Not funny. Okay.
他经常帮我。
他经常帮我。经常帮我。经常 She helps me often. She hearted me. What the heck is hearted? She helps me often, but hearted, like, oh, like kind-hearted. It's probably kind-hearted. We're probably gonna learn how to say kind-hearted. She's kind-hearted. 她经常 yeah, often 经常帮我 She often helps me. Oh, yeah, that's fair enough.
狗比猫热情吗？
狗比猫 There it is. 狗比猫热情吗 Hot 热情吗 Affectionate 热情 Oh, I can get behind that. 情 mixed with 热 Affectionate. That's kind of cute actually. 热情 Those two characters put together. Are dogs more affectionate than cats? Oh no. I better not try to answer that question. We could start an internet fire war immediately.
你最关心什么？
你最关心什么？关心 Okay. What are you care about the most? What do you care about the most? What do you care about the most? Yeah. 你最关心什么 What do you care the most about? Duolingo, please stop ending questions with a preposition.
你的父母很关心你。
你的父母很关心你。
很关心你。
Yeah.
你的父母很关心你。
Yeah, your parents are worried about you or care about you.
那个故事很好笑。
那个故事很好笑。Okay, that story is funny. Okay.
我在机场遇到了我的老师。
我在机场遇到了我的老师。bumped into encounter 遇到 interesting 遇到 is okay. Interesting. Not a very quick way of remembering that. I bumped into my teacher 机场 at the airport.
我在公园遇到了我的好朋友。
我在公园遇到了我的好朋友。对，好朋友。
让我告诉你一件好笑的事情。
Oh, that's where the other Qing was before too. 让我告诉你以前一件好笑的事情。Allow me to tell you a funny tale, thing. Where are we going with this? Thing. Okay, thing, that's fine. Story, tidbit, it could be anything in terms of 事情。happening. Like a funny happening or something that, yeah, something basically. A thing. I see where you're going. Let me tell you a funny thing. Okay, sure.
他经常生气。
他经常生气。经常 he is often angry. Right.
他只关心他的猫。
他只关心他的猫。He only cares about his cat. 我的猫经常热情的 greet 热情的欢迎 no 热情我 no Do I put the subject first? Hold up.
我的猫。
我的猫 right 我的猫热情的
欢迎 我
I've got
经常
dang it.
热切地欢迎我
Putting yourself at the end is kind of weird. 我的猫经常热情的欢迎我。I mean, that says what that's supposed to say. Oh, okay. I bumped into my teacher.
我
我
遇到
遇到我的老师。
老师
我在机场
遇到了我的老师。老师，
我在机场遇到了我的老师。Warm-hearted. Okay, fair enough. Warm-hearted. I mean, that largely means kind-hearted too. Really.
我
我有很多
很多
kind-hearted.
热情
Oh, using 热情 for affectionate. Okay, warm-hearted. Okay. 热情的朋友。
的朋友。
Okay, fair enough. Got it. I like this unit.
你现在最想谁？
I was expecting like terror, like sadness, crying, hating people. We haven't known how to. Oh, wait. Nope, just maybe like not like something, but not like hate, violence or something. 你现在最想谁？想谁？I'm gonna be a rebel. Now, whom do you miss the most? It's the small victories.
怪哭奇的紧。你最关心什么？
你最关心什么？你最关心什么？
怪
怪
奇紧皮
He was not in this or used.
直
为什么你看起来非常生气？
为什么你看踢了非常生气？起来非常生气。Okay. Why do you so angry? 为什么你看起来非常生气？Why do you look extremely angry? Oh, that's funny. That's very funny. Actually, that is very funny. Glad they accepted that, I suppose.
怪
怪
紧淡
淡
香。你知道他们为什么生气吗？
你知道他们为什么生气吗？
怪紧奇卡写。
你的父母很关心你，
你的
父母
很关心
你。我的朋友生气的离开了。
我的朋友生气的wrong 的我的朋友生气的离开了。
他高兴的笑了。
他高兴的笑了。
他高兴。他高兴的笑了。
Oh, why would you group that together?
的笑了。
他高兴的笑了。
我的猫经常热情地欢迎我。
哦，
我的
猫经常高兴 no 热情的
欢迎我。我的猫经常热情地欢迎我。
我的猫经常热情的欢迎我。Kind of a rough like step near the end. All right. Wow, this was a short unit. It feels weird to get like a third unit.
奇怪
这个 unit 很短。奇怪太奇怪了。
奇怪
Okay.
奇怪
Okay.
奇怪
All right.
奇怪
All right.
奇怪
This is a fourth
奇怪
of the length of our
奇怪
recent Japanese.
奇
However,
怪
tomorrow is also a new vocab day for Japanese. So we'll see. It's long. The Japanese one is long. I already looked. Look at spot. There's 6 lessons in the Japanese. I couldn't even finish.
奇怪
I couldn't even finish the kanji
奇怪
section.
奇怪
They have been
奇
really
怪
long lately.
奇怪
奇怪
So long.
奇怪
The vocab seem much more advanced than the grammar points now. Possibly. Yeah, possibly.
奇怪
Because of the limitations of the simple sentences that they're working with. Yeah.
奇怪
Be quiet. Emotions and stuff are like Chinese 5. I would imagine. Yeah.
奇怪
I felt the same way about Japanese.
奇怪
Emotions come very, very late. Like what I mean is, oh,
奇怪
I need to pay attention. But
奇怪
speaking about
奇怪
emotions is very
奇怪
late
奇怪
because
奇怪
it's very complicated,
奇怪
in my opinion. Like culturally
奇
as
怪
well. Oops. Stop.
奇怪奇怪
奇怪
奇怪
Yeah, which way the actors go and stuff. Yeah. I talked about this earlier when I before you showed up about feelings and stuff. I mean like briefly mentioned about feelings. It's very
奇怪
it's very touchy. Even I'm familiar with most of these words except for the negative words.
奇怪
So I rarely hear like angry,
奇怪
angry and nervous. Rarely angry and nervous.
奇怪，
奇怪，
The earlier like blanketed emotion stuff would be
奇
like
怪，
it's nice to meet you or I hope you're doing well, that kind of stuff. But when you're going into like doing something sadly or this person looks like they're angry or that kind of thing gets there's a lot of nuance, like a ton of nuance that obviously I actually don't understand.
奇怪，
And obviously
奇怪，
in most languages, I'm not saying it's just
奇怪，
just Asian
奇怪，
culture or Chinese and Japanese. However,
奇怪，
it's felt throughout most other languages. Yes, we did get that. 起来, yeah.
紧张，
Yep. Appearing or making an educated guess on observation. They made it they translate it as look. No other context though. No other context, but I already know many of the context by intuition and feel because my parents and I use that a lot. Or the equivalent of 起来. So I doubt they're gonna do more. I mean, we're getting near the end. So I don't know.
紧张，
긴장. Oh, it is straight. Interesting.
紧张，
긴장.
紧张，紧张，
Oh, and it's kind of funny because whenever you get to like the deeper stuff, you get this character a lot. Or this character. Or a combination of these characters. Or like all these like stacking characters, it seems. Like lots of like this stuff all the time, everywhere.
紧张，
It's like in everything. The Japanese side had so many of them from the feeling
紧
chapter.
张，
We went through feelings again
紧张，
recently in Japanese.
紧
So
张，
it lines up. Most of the time, it
紧张。
lines up within 2 units of each other. So it's kind of
紧
it's
张
a，coincidence, but it's also nice
紧张，
how it worked out
紧张，
right now.
紧张，
Yeah, the big compliment dump is Chinese 3 and 4. I see.
紧张，
I think one of like the earlier nuances when it comes to feeling is probably like 不好意思, like the difference between like 对不起 and 不好意思. There's a lot of implications in there, and I usually a lot of times prefer 不好意思, but 进来, I mean, yeah. We actually have 进来 already, I think. Oh no. No, using 请 instead. 请 like 请进. 请进 请 most of the time. Which 进来 请进来, I mean, close enough. There are differences between them though. Saying 进来 instead of 请, like just 请进. Slightly.
奇怪，
Why?
奇怪，奇怪，
奇怪，
奇怪，
奇怪，奇怪，奇怪，
奇怪，奇怪，
I like this course.
奇怪，
I think this course has been a little bit underrated. Like the comments and the commentary that I've
紧张，
encountered when I was doing Duolingo Japanese, it automatically, like, on the algorithm fed me people's remarks about the Chinese course, like the post 2024 course. There were a few influencers or like other language evaluations that were post 2024. I think they were a little bit a lot of them were quite a bit harsher than I would imagine, considering my experience with it. But
紧张
that's a personal, that's just a subjective op-ed
紧张
on my end. Like,
紧
this is
张，
purely anecdotal.
紧张，紧张，
紧张，紧张，
紧张
Okay. You haven't seen anything wrong yet? I think the only thing are technical limitations. The things that I've seen, quote unquote, wrong is not really necessarily wrong, but technical limitations. Like duh. In this chapter is duh. Duh has technical limitations because technically when you're in a box, it can be D. But in the sentence in its context, it could end up being duh, right? This one, right? Which I already knew was going to happen at some point. And that's a technical limitation because technically it's not wrong. If it was written in isolation, it could be D. But then when you slide it in, it doesn't say corrected to duh, right? Which is this unit's grammar point. Duh. We use D, the character D, as in the earth, for duh, which is the adverbial manner of how it's done, like so, right? Like kanoshi so, which I recently got too, like kanashi so, the way so operates. So I don't know.
奇怪，
Those are the only things, but they're technical. They're technical limitations, not necessarily semantic things. And honestly, if you already knew that it's doing that, then it means that you know both of the reads. So really, in the end, you should know those things, at least in my opinion.
奇怪，
It does create an inconvenience. However,
奇怪
to me,
奇怪
I don't think you should be
奇怪
confused at all.
奇怪，
And in the Chinese course, there are a few other examples like day, like na, like naga instead of nega, right? Nega and naga. There are differences there. However, you won't know why that's the case. However, when they had those cases where there was a naga instead of a nega, they're actually in the right positions, at least in my opinion. Like, it sounds like they're in the right positions.
奇怪，
Now I wonder if there wasn't a homophone for some. Yeah, I don't know.
奇怪，
Yeah.
奇怪，奇怪，
I think the stuff that makes
奇
Duolingo
怪
have technical problems, I largely have found them to be a reminder for me. Especially like the onyomi and kunyomi stuff. Like, it really does end up being, I've realized that I shouldn't rely too much on not practicing all the reads at once, right? So that's kind of
奇怪，
a consequence of that,
奇怪，
in my opinion.
奇怪
I don't think
奇怪
other people feel the same
奇
way,
怪
for sure. I think a
奇怪
vast majority of people would like to hear the specific
奇怪
context specifically all the time.
奇怪，
So
奇怪，
I get the frustration
奇怪，
when things don't line up with
奇
one's
怪。
thoughts. Also, it's weird Duolingo has no South Indian language courses. Louise Van Dam have answered that in a podcast, or straight up answered that in a podcast,
紧张，
and they largely say it's due to metrics. They're metrics centered when it comes to that kind of thing.
紧张，
Actually, the podcast I listened to, literally the person that was
紧张。
talking about, they were talking about a Indian language,
紧张，
and he politely
紧张。
said that it's incredibly metric heavy.
紧张，
That's how they determine whether they would
紧
love,
张，
right, to incorporate. It ends up being like he kind of brushed over it
紧张，
briefly and said like
紧张，
it's on a magnitude like less exposure
紧
and
张，
interest than one might actually think. So I totally understand that's reasonable.
紧张。
Like, for example, what's here in Chinese right now in this Chinese course, I think it's great. And I think it's more, actually, if I had to be critical about it, I think it's more than the interest in Chinese there is outside of China itself. So, like, even having this, whatever's in this course, in my opinion, and building your stuff, like distributing your resources to a Chinese course, it includes far more on an entry level to making you interested in the Chinese language, in Mandarin at least, even in Mandarin, than how many people are actually interested in learning Mandarin outside of China. And that speaks volumes, in my opinion, that how much extra resources that they might be able to distribute. I think Japanese, and for the record, that in that interview, Japanese place higher than Chinese, as you could imagine. However, if you combine all the languages, in my opinion, what he was trying to allude to, if you combine all the interest of every single language below the top 3, you might be able to match like 3rd place, which is French. So
奇怪，
it's kind of like that kind of sucks. Like I would totally be down. Like if I had an interview with Lewis, I would have done the same thing. I'm like, would you be interested? What are your thoughts about incorporating Chinese dialects? And I'm sure he would politely say something about it's in the metrics. Like running a sustainable company, you have to find some sort of prioritization that does not get roped into by a value system that's very difficult to quantify, right? Quantifying value and impact is kind of somewhat of a death wish for a company. So I have heard some Southern Indian language though. Met a few Southern and Northern Indians across my professional life, I suppose.
奇怪，
奇怪，
Even their English accents are slightly different.
奇怪，
Dang it.
奇怪，
Why do I keep selecting this?
奇怪，
Oh,
奇怪，
I see.
奇怪，
奇怪，奇怪，
Yeah, this unit is pretty chill,
奇怪，
so that's not too bad. You'll balance out
奇怪，
the Japanese right now. All right. modern Hindi is becoming completely anglicized, yeah. But with the more traditional grammar, it's like how French took over Old English. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Hindi is being anglicized, which makes that anglicization, or what, however you want to say, it's reflective of its growing influence. Its growing influence, especially in the cyberspace, the internet space. It's not only one of the largest markets, right? So when you think about technology and the interface of technology and commercialism, like merchandising and whatnot, India is the third region, but it's actually arguably the biggest region. And this conversation actually did happen with Duolingo, that interview, where they were talking about marketing, impact, communities, like potential costs, like the margins that they have. And India was brought up. And in most cases, if you're talking about software development and whatnot, I'm not a software development kind of guy and all that, and I don't run a company or anything. However, from my exposure to the companies and products that I'm interested in or have an investment in, the idea is there are three primary markets: the United States, India, and China, when it comes to everyone developing outside. And that type of investment or potential creates feedback with how influenced the language is. So in a way, it's a mutual influence. The greater influence they exert on each other, the more likely is reflective of how big the language and the culture has an influence in everyday life, like marketing, internet. Like if you look at how big of a market India is as a whole when it comes to internet stuff, like marketing and stuff, it is very, very big. Like to the point where it's kind of an untapped resource for like software development and whatnot and marketing. And with that, it parallels how anglicized it may become because of its targeted market share. Even 19th century Hindu doesn't at all match Sanskrit. I guess it's more of a dialect of Persian. I can see that. Something like Tamil. Yeah, I've heard Tamil before. It's on your bucket list because that language seems to have emerged independent of Proto-Indo-European. I see. I don't know enough about like etymology. I'm not particularly, without sounding too callous, I'm not particularly interested in tracing etymology. I'm like predicating my interest on like historical etymology, but more so in where things are going. So the anglicizing of Hindi is a thing that is a sub interest of mine due to markets, like business markets and stuff. I like to look in investment. On the side, I'm constantly looking for trends and behavioral trends that would be a marketable or suitable way of informing my decision on how market works. Right? Even Thai is somehow linked to it. I can see that. Yeah. So obviously the biggest question psychologically, in my opinion, one of the ones that I've been thinking to myself, and I've been collecting some anecdotal experience, is how well suited is the Indian culture going to be on a bigger stage? Like, and I don't mean by any specific Indian culture. I mean the perception of foreigners being invested in the gigantic continent, well, not continent, but the gigantic collective that is reflective as India right now. Because at the moment, Japan, I talked about this just recently today during the Japanese lesson. Japan is disproportionately influential right now on their culture. And in my opinion, anecdotally speaking, cursorily, I don't think the foreigner space, as in the internet's foreigner space of the perspective of Japanese culture, is concordant. Concordant meaning that the people who embrace the influence of Japanese culture are selectively adopting specific Japanese aspects, right? And those things are making it an intolerable space, in my opinion. It's lowering cultural sensitivity overall. And that is a stopgap to the influence. It puts a stop, a hold into how influential a language and a culture can become, right? It becomes alien. Where does Korean rank? He only set the top 8. He only mentioned the top 8. And the only ones that I remembered were English is number 1, Spanish 2, French is 3rd. He didn't mention any other Asian-esque languages outside of Chinese and Japanese. And Japanese is at 6 at the time of the interview, by the way. At the time of the interview, and this is cursory. He didn't mention like hardcore numbers. Japanese is at 6, and China, Mandarin was at 8. And he mentioned something like there's a cutoff. 8 and up, the top 8 might get some priority, but even then, he gave an impression that collectively the top 3, no contest. There's no contest compared to English, Spanish, and French. So, and that's what guides their thing. When it was a really great interview, by the way. Like, I hope he does more interviews, or people who are good. Like, in my opinion, there are constructive interviewers, and then there are like conspiracy interviewer or dramatic interview. And this particular interviewer was fantastic in my opinion. So you got a lot of like glimpses into the leadership at Duolingo, and they answered quite a lot of questions. And the biggest take-home message oftentimes is metrics, because they don't want to end up evaluating based on something that is hard to measure. And then one of the other things was engagement over everything else. Like, if they had to choose something, it's engagement first. Design choices, engagement first. Engagement first. If you are not present for your lesson, it's irrelevant. So when they entertain like strategies and stuff, he had to answer the question, why no real teachers? Why synthetic voices, right? Why AI train, whatnot? It was an interview on the next frontier, which is their integration of AI, right? And the interviewer was pressing to see how of a big part AI was going to be in Duolingo. And Lewis was very realistic. Like, well, it's a tool. We can use it as a tool. It's not going to redefine everything that they're going to do. Like, they're not going to break everything that they have done to revolve around it's an additional tool. And that gave me a lot of confidence how they follow through with stuff, because changing the whole landscape of everything you do around the next best thing, that sounds like a recipe for destroying consumer loyalty. So does Duolingo just let you do orthography? I have no idea what that means. What is orthography? Yeah, we're at the end of our lesson here, our Chinese lesson. So I'm basically gonna organize the thoughts now. Orthography. multiple meanings, including a way to write a language and a method for representing 3D objects. And wait, that's not how that works. The convention and symbol used to write a language, including I don't know if they do, actually. Writing letters, I'm not sure. I looked at some of the demos for it. I don't know how many different types of inputs they have. Yeah, I'm not sure. That'd be interesting. I did watch some other people using like the more advanced thing. So we have to keep in mind that my experiences will be incredibly limited in terms of, since I didn't choose Spanish or something like that, which I'll find out in the future. But that'd be interesting. Allow like the extent of input for writing. I know that some of them, actually, let me check my phone. I am unsure if there is an input for character writing for all your responses, and then like and all the other features. So I'll have to get back to you on that one. Yeah, I really liked this interview, and he made it seem like it's an emphasis that we can keep doing better. Like, yes, we're doing better. We're trying to do better. So little at a time, keep doing better. And that is like mantra that resonates with me so well. Like the idea like, oh, here's all the great products to look forward to. No, most of the responses, we're gonna do better. We're gonna try to do better. Like, it's a long road. We're gonna continue doing better. And it was a lovely sentiment. It didn't sound like a spokesperson suggesting all the latest and greatest. It's like, boy, howdy, wait until our next update. It'll be the best thing you've ever experienced. No, he said like, we play by ear. We keep doing what we are able to do and see how we can improve the experience. So I really enjoyed it. His interview reflected the impression I got from his TED Talk way back. I watched like a much older TED Talk from the guy, and that's really neat. There was like one of the interviewer challenged like, but you're a public traded company, so what do you tell your investors about feeling out these things and whatnot? And I could see this, I could imagine the smirk on his face. Like, we try to do the best we can to communicate the projects and hope that it continues to work as opposed to not, right? And he even admitted that eventually it's going to happen. Probably like there's going to be a misstep at some point, and we'll see what happens. So it felt a little bit like a mix of, we're trying to do the best, like the thing that is unlikely to succeed consistently. However, it's because they believe in the vision, versus no, we're strongly by the numbers and we're going to chase trends as much as we can because we're here to maximize and expand, maximize, expand. That is a high level, like high efficiency corporate talk, which really, I didn't really get that impression. So it made me enjoy the leadership a lot more. Lots of times when you're listening to, I listen to a lot of press conferences because I like that stuff. I genuinely enjoy sitting down and watching people spill. Like, some people turn off. I would say a good majority of people, when you hear like the fruity language in like a Apple I/O press conference or a Google I/O thing, their brains would turn off, in my opinion, because it's like it may be cringy or it can be overselling or very political. I like sitting through those things to see what it's like. And the person who runs, the CEO of Duolingo, does not paint that type of experience. So that's really cool, at least in my opinion. It almost even convinced me to try to get a job at Duolingo. They talked about employees and stuff. Also, one of the fun side podcast questions were, how do they do the hiring process for the influencer side of Duolingo? Like, who writes for the memes, like the Duolingo channel, right? The channel that is incredibly viral, right? And how they negotiate that. And he had a really fun little down to earth observation, because Duolingo's exposure is outside of word of mouth, and he did cite word of mouth as the primary source of Duolingo's influence. It's actually not advertisement, which I feel seems like a classic logical fallacy that I hear so often. Like, oh, Duolingo is only here because they aggressively advertised, right? Aggressively use buzzwords and whatnot. And sure enough, his response was pretty direct and pretty obvious. Like, no, it's due to community outreach. Most of it is community outreach. They have a channel that is incredibly viral, that have writers, content creators that more or less create content the way the algorithm would support. No aggressive advertisement whatsoever. Or there are advertisements, obviously, but the need for aggressive advertisement is so different. Like, for example, lots of people's current complaints is that the mobile app has a lot of ads, right? And there was some really, really sobering comments, like that describe me too. Like, if it's free and there are ads, you'd be surprised how many people would watch the ads and instead of subscribing. Like, and that was specifically in line with the Indian market. The conversation branched about the Indian market, about places where there are less accessibility, less financial security, right? And this came from a conversation about why prioritize the Apple ecosystem over the Android ecosystem. So all that was tied together. I think the interviewer did an incredible job of going from segue topic to segue topic about how these choices are made, right? And how they created a platform where they ended up putting Apple first. So most of the revenue sources conform to what I thought. In my opinion, it was great to get affirmation. I was kind of looking for more insight, but generally speaking, I would say the vast majority of people who attack corporations for thinking where their revenue source is coming from, I doubt they understand where the revenue sources are. In my opinion, the loudest people. I don't mean anyone who sits down and think about what actually works and what is actually drawing revenue. Then not. It's not the ads. Definitely not the ads. However, with that said, really cool. I look forward to hearing more interviews. Obviously, I already dedicated over getting close. I dedicated almost like 2/3 of a year. I'm over 2/3 of a year with this product, and I like hearing the people behind it. Right? Kind of nice. I think a great majority of CEOs kind of avoid these types of interviews and whatnot, and also to preserve like consistent PR and whatnot. So it's kind of nice hearing the guys speak. Pretty cool. I look forward to seeing how long it take for another update, like a major update to the languages. I think what is safe to say is that if you're looking to see anecdotally which language are incredibly popular and which language are not, following the development cycle of Duolingo is kind of a great indirect resource without literally working for a company to have access. And yeah, I think he said something like astonishingly, it's close to like 50%. Maybe it's like 30 to 40% English. 30 to 40% English. So of all the languages that they have now, right, even a remote chance and whatnot, the time, the revenue, whatever, all of them, English. It's a very, very large margin, which is interesting, right? I would like to actually see what the English course is like, so I'm gonna try to do that sometime down the road. My English is fallen by the wayside, really. Yeah. All right, let's sort out the vocabulary for tomorrow. There weren't a lot of vocabulary. So we have feelings, right? I was thinking, do I even have a phrase for feel? Closest thing I can think of is kan ti lai. Where's kan? At kan. Oh, there it is. Yeah, kan ti lai. Rocket ship. Yeah, kan ti lai. That's the closest. So we'll use that. Oh. Which chi was it? Oh, that chi. Okay. Okay. Chi lai. And what else? I feel we can also place xiang. Although this xiang unit is about missing, like longing for someone, like missing. Do we have any other adjectives here? There's bung. Bung doesn't. That's not that great. Oh wait, that's a different character. So bung. 知道 is workable too. 知道. What are you going on about rocket ships and aliens? And duh. We throw in duh as well. Duh. Duh. You don't know? I see. Guanxing works too. Oh, this unit is so chill, man. This unit is pretty chill. Yeah, that'll form our bases. There's this guy who is doing these AI videos that are basically ancient aliens from the perspective of aliens that took over Earth. Oh. Interesting. Alas, what if humans still exist today? Oh, I see. What that premise reminds me of is a video game. It's a video game that I played called A Monster's Expedition. A Monster's Expedition. And it's a puzzle game. And it's a sokoban. It's a sokoban. Sokoban. I think it's ban. Sokoban game, like a box pushing game. And the backdrop in the game is humans are gone. Humans are gone. And you play a monster, like a faceless monster. And while you're going between islands, like each island, they're connected islands, so it's a full map of islands, and then you're supposed to push boxes to get to each island and then go around and complete. Meanwhile, on these islands, there are exhibits. That's why it's called an expedition. There are exhibits, and they write basically British humor about these items, these human items, from the perspective of a monster. And some of it is really funny. Like, how would you describe a printer, for example, or a shopping cart? And I think the shopping cart one had something to do with sometimes transporting mini versions of their human adult counterparts. So that's kind of what that's reminding me of. Like, so they have like couches, popcorn. Like, how would you describe that stuff from an outside perspective? Like, if you didn't know what popcorn is or what makeup is, like, so they describe it in a really funny way. Like, oh, this is where humans apply these pigments to their face in order for a purpose, and that purpose would be not close to what, because there's a perspective involved, right? Like, why would humans want to wear makeup? What's the point of that, right? From a perspective of a monster. I think that's kind of interesting. If humans still exist today, right? What if humans still exist today? There are quite a few games that try to do that. Star Trek visits that a lot, where they have to imagine planets and civilizations in which it's not an Anthropocene of humanity, right? Let's see here. So, we have all our things. Now we're gonna go through our stuff. So, 奇怪, strange. Sure. 奇怪. No, wait. I think it's...奇怪. I need to make this bigger. Oh, I keep adding an extra stroke. Stop. 奇怪。That's 紧张 so nervous 样样 cool standalone. Who looks like cool? Oops. Meanwhile, cool and 可怕的怕 How do I lump? Nervous, cry, scary. I guess these are negative emotions outside of strange. 奇怪. These will go together.遇到 I guess we'll place 遇到 over here. It's kind of a stretch. Wait. It's not the... Yeah, 遇到 So 遇到 难过 难过 is sad, right? 难过 or no, upset. 难过 no, dang it, it's sad. Wait, I mean, I don't know if upset is a separate word or not. I think it's both. Nanguo. This is angry. So far, we've gotten all negative things. 生气 Okay, here's Jung So. Jing Jung. German has some bad emotions. Oof. I can imagine. So we got cool. cool. Dang it. Kapa. Kapa.奇怪，有奇怪，紧张，可怕，哭，难过，身体 ，right？看 we have 看起来，你知道 right 知道 right 刚 right OK 可怕想 right we're not feeling very important 到 and then we have affectionate 热情this 情关心 yeah 热情 actually yeah we'll put it here and then our only one is 好笑好 and oh my gosh how are they connected I forgot how this works yeah just 好笑 I think that's the only like sort of positive these two like 好笑 and 热情好笑 this is frequency so we have one adverb sort of 轻紧张 no 紧张经常 oh whoops sorry 经常 and 经常 常 yeah 经常经常 then 关心 not too bad lots idiomatic expressions and constructs that don't have equivalent vocabulary in another language I see I won't begin to attempt to understand what that word means so how are we gonna wrap this so let's do this so 奇怪 right 奇怪奇怪 奇怪，岩浆，Where is it?
紧张，
岩浆，岩浆。岩浆，可怕，可怕。可怕，可怕。哭 is pretty much the easiest one. Cool. And then we have 遇到 is probably going to be the one that I need to invest some extra time into. 遇到 It's kind of okay.遇到 and then the rest will fill in on its own. I think okay, 帮向知道的的高兴 is the 关心 is the new one, right? 关心关心你关心 and 亲 oh, I might end up dropping that too. 经常
经常，
经常 oh my gosh, I keep screwing that.
经常，
经常 It's the only adverbial. There's no... Do I have any others? No. Well, some of these can be converted. Pretty much all of these can be converted to an adverb because of the. So I think we're gonna put like the over here. Sort of. As a reminder. And then these two are gonna be grouped together because they're the new ones. And I think we're gonna organize my thought to 知道 then 看起来 then 想 and 帮 I think we're gonna throw 帮 down here with 关心 and 帮 are kind of related. And 遇到 I don't know, 遇到 is you know, we can do 遇到 before everything. So 遇到看见来看起来想that's just there. There's very little to work up something. Yeah, it's gonna be fine for tomorrow. All right, it's 1 a.m. local time, technically 2 a.m. because of daylight savings time from the recent change. Time to head off. Very light units, so we're gonna have some extra break, some extra time to catch up. The Japanese tomorrow is a new vocab for Japanese, which is also long too. So we'll see. This one, no problems whatsoever. I don't think there's gonna be a problem. The downside is there are two phrases that are stragglers. 遇到 maybe 遇到帮 and 帮 might can be associated together. So if you encounter something, you might want to help. 遇到 and 帮. And maybe frequency can be applied to how often people feel. So that's not too bad. You can negotiate. And then a bunch of things that deal with not being happy. Outside of 好笑好笑好笑和热情热情 Oh, 热情 though can go with 遇到 and 帮 right? We'll sort it out. Because this doesn't 热情 does not it's not necessarily an emotion, it's a characteristic. So 热情 you could say 热情人遇到人想帮 no 热情人想帮I don't know. I'm gonna have to sort it out. Like kind-hearted people, affectionate people like to help people who they encountered that has problems or something along those lines. And often, you could even say often help. 热情人 right? 热情人经常帮人 maybe put in an adjective and then describe that person, something like that. And 关心 also filters in. So pretty much everything characterizes a warm-hearted person who cares and or cares about people they encounter, and they often want to help them because those people look or appear or want or they know something about that person and that person's feelings, and that works. That's probably gonna be my line of thinking for tomorrow. All right, folks, that's a wrap. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out. If you're gonna watch this later, 谢谢. Talked about a lot of things. I personally really enjoy talking about people who are willing to answer tough questions, and I think being someone who's in the leadership of such a, I'm going to say, influential product that has become an integral part of my life, it's wonderful to hear leadership that has a very comforting, down-to-earth, can-do attitude, right? That's kind of the bulk of the delay or the discussion today, for the end of the before the end of the session. Yeah. So until next time, right? 下次再见 and 下次见面 right? 下次见面 see everyone another time. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.